trouble, Ivy. Loathsome to relish hurting two people who don't deserve it.
Please, David, don't deny how badly you want Grace. And thanks to me, you stand to get her. And all the tomato soup cake you can eat for the rest of your life. Now hurry up. Get over there to Sam and Grace. She's going to need you to comfort her after her fight with Sam. Rebecca was right. Tonight is worth celebrating. It's possible I could actually get everything I want all at once. Revenge on Teresa. And a new beginning with Sam.
Okay, let me see if I have got this straight. For some obscure reason, it's all right for you to continue a relationship with Ethan's mother.
Grace.
A woman who's made it very clear that she wants you back and has gone to extreme measures to make that happen. But it's not all right for me to continue a relationship with John's father, a man who's done nothing to us but love me.
It's not the same.
You know what, Sam? It's not the same. Because I'm not talking about wanting to marry David or choosing him over you. I just want to have a relationship with him because he's John's father.
Grace, be honest. You know there's more to it than that. You know it.
That is your guilt speaking.
Guilt?
Because you are doing exactly the thing you say I can't, and I am sick of it.
More than anything, I want you to be happy, Sheridan. I've seen the toll that my illness has taken on you. I've seen the pain that it's caused you, and that hurts me more than knowing that I'm going to be dying soon.
Antonio.
No. I love you enough to let you go, Sheridan. If you break off our engagement, I'm okay with that. Because, look, you're not really walking away from me or breaking the commitment that we made to each other. My illness has already done that.
This is incredible. Antonio's giving Sheridan the out that we needed. We don't have to pretend anymore. We're free to be together.
I'm setting you free, Sheridan. I want to spare you any more misery that my illness may cause you. Our future, whether we're together or we're apart, I want it to be your decision, okay?
Gwen being pregnant with my child changes everything.
But it doesn't have to, Ethan. We will find a way to work it out.
It's not that simple, Teresa. Not to me. Gwen, I have searched my heart and soul thinking about us and the baby and its future. And I've reached a decision. And I'm glad you're here, Teresa, because I want all three of us to be here together. Because I want to come completely clean with what I've decided. I want us to be together. You, me, and our baby. Will you marry me, Gwen? Will you be my wife?
Breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are my passion for life.
Grace, if you just let me explain.
You mean defend your hypocrisy?
No.
No, because it's very hypocritical of you, Sam. To think it's okay for you to have a relationship with Ivy on account of Ethan, but it's not okay for me to have a relationship with David on account of John.
Don't mean to interrupt, but listen, I've got to get back to the B&B. Are you going to be okay with Sam?
Yeah, I think she'll be just fine.
No,
with
in
me.
fact, you know what? I am going to go home with you, David.
Good. We have to talk about this.
We have talked about this, Sam. And now I'm going to go home and be with John. My son with David. Because if it's good for you, it's got to be good for me.
Sheridan, before you answer, I want you to take every single thing into account. I mean, if you stay with me, things are only going to get harder. And I don't want to be gruesome or anything, but my death is not going to be pretty. So just know that whatever you decide, I'll support you 100%, okay? I wouldn't make the offer otherwise. And if you decide not to stay, we can still be friends. I mean, I think it might be easier on you that way. You know, before I go, you wouldn't have as much responsibility, and not as much would be expected of you, so.
I suppose that's true, but...
I want you to go now, and I want you to think about it, okay? You think about the decision you're going to make, and whatever you feel in your heart, that's what you decide.
I can't believe this.
This is exactly what we've been hoping for. Sheridan, this is a way for you to break away from my brother without shocking him with the truth that we're in love. Our prayers have been answered.
Luis, you don't understand. How can I take thee out? How can I abandon Antonio when he's dying?
I love you. You know that. That child that you're carrying now is proof of my love. So whatever's making you hesitate, don't let it. We will work everything out once we're married. And we should be married. We should be together, not only for our sakes, but for the child's. So, Gwen, will you marry me?
Come on, Gwen, say it. Say you'll marry Ethan.
No, Ethan. I won't marry you. I can't.
Once Sheridan takes Antonio up on his offer, you will lose any chance of ever snagging Luis.
Will I, Mother?
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, you know me. Have I ever given up on anything?
Well, you might never have given up, but you always fail. Julian Crane took the book cafe away from you. Now his sister Sheridan is going to do the same with Luis. Beth, you are a loser, L-O-S-E-R, and you will never get Luis, N-E-V-E-R.
No matter what happens now, Mama, I've been so blessed to have Sheridan in my life. As long as I have. And that doesn't mean that I won't be miserable if she decides to take the out, but I wouldn't have made the offer otherwise if I wasn't prepared for the outcome. All I want to do is make it as easy on Sheridan as I possibly can.
You are such a fine man to be so selfless, Mio. Such a fine man.
There have been so many twists and turns tonight with Sheridan and Luis, and now Antonio's offer is the biggest stunner yet.
That's the kind of man he is. Honey, would you get us some coffee, please?
Sure, sweetheart. Be right back.
Okay, why did you really get rid of TC?
Because I wanted a chance to talk to you.
Why? Hoping to buy yourself some more time?
Liz, please, just hear me out, okay? Now, if Sheridan takes Antonio up on his offer, and I can't imagine that she won't, that is going to allow you to take her place, to be there for Antonio. And Liz, it's going to give you a chance to heal some of the psychological scars that I caused by leaving you alone with our parents. I broke faith with you, Liz. I shattered that wonderful bond that we had. I didn't realize it then, but I am responsible for your inability to trust anyone. For your inability to fully commit yourself to a relationship like you had with Antonio. And so I'm just thinking that in this intense time, maybe you could be everything to Antonio that you always wanted to be.
Sheridan, what are you talking about? Antonio gave you an out. Look, all you have to do is walk back in there and accept his offer. Say, hey, Antonio, look, we can be friends, but I can't be your fiancé anymore. That's it.
What? Am I supposed to just walk back in there and say, hey, Antonio, no, things have been great so far, but now that you're blind with one foot in the grave, I'm out of here. Is that what you want me to say?
Gwen? Oh, what the hell do you think you're doing? You can't turn down Ethan's proposal. You've wanted this all your life.
What are you doing here?
I am trying to keep you from making the biggest mistake of your life. Look, clearly Gwen doesn't know what she's saying. It must be the hormones because she is pregnant with your baby. So, of course she will marry you. Where's the ring?
Mother, stop it. I said I can't marry Ethan, and I won't.
Clearly Gwen is suffering from some kind of, prepartum psychosis. So, here's what we'll do. I'll hold her hand, and you can put the ring on it.
Mother, stop it, okay? I'm not going to have you carrying on like this in front of Ethan and Teresa.
Okay, fine. I will carry on in private. Look, Ethan knocked you up. It's time I knocked some sense into you.
Can't believe Gwen turned me down. Our getting married was the right thing to do.
No, it's not, Ethan. You and I are supposed to be together. Our getting married, being a family with little Ethan, that's the right thing to do.
Teresa.
I love you, Ethan. And I know that you love me. Now, I get that you want to be close to your baby. But you don't need to marry Gwen to be a part of your child's life. Follow your heart, Ethan. Marry me.
Teresa, it's not that simple. Not for me.
Well, honey, make it simple, okay? Ask yourself this question. If Gwen wasn't pregnant, who would you want to marry? I know if you answer honestly, that woman would be me, not Gwen. She refused your proposal, Ethan. I accepted it. We can still get married. We can and we should.
Yeah, you're still feverish. Fever's up.
Should we have Dr. Rossi take a look at him?
Well, if it gets any higher, I think we should.
I'll be okay. I'm just glad you're here with me, Mom. You too, Dad. We're all together now.
Yeah.
Like a real family.
Ivy, what are you doing here?
Oh, I heard what happened, and I just wanted you to know that everything will be okay between us. You know, we have a bond that will last forever.
How dare you drag me out of there like some errant child?
Well, and how dare you turn down Ethan's proposal? Gwen, the man you love is handing you what you want on a silver platter, and you turn him down?
Mother, it wasn't right.
Tell me something I don't already know.
I mean that if Ethan didn't know I was pregnant, he would be proposing to Teresa right now.
This is deja vu all over again. Look, when Ethan proposed to you the first time, you said it wasn't right. No, you felt you were pressuring him, that his heart wasn't into it, and then what happened? Teresa just snuck right in there and she stole him away from you. Look, how do you know that she is not in there right now convincing him that it was the wrong time to propose to you again? Gwen, you've got to stop that claim-jumping chalupa from stealing Ethan away from you one more time. Look, please, just go in there and tell Ethan that you'll marry him.
Ethan, if Gwen wasn't pregnant, you would be proposing to me.
But Gwen is pregnant.
Look, you say you're doing this for your baby, right? Well, what are you showing your baby if you married the wrong woman for the wrong reasons?
Men who father children need to be responsible for them and for the child's mother.
So, Ethan, be responsible. But be honest, too. Honest with yourself. Otherwise, I think you'll be making a huge mistake. If I was the woman you wanted to marry before you found out Gwen was pregnant, then I'm the one that you should still want to marry.
Someone I love is dying. And you see it as a chance to atone for leaving me behind when we were younger. Hoping that if you make nice now, I'll forgive and forget. Well, you can forget that, Eve. I see you as the Judas you are.
Liz, you have to believe me. Honey, I honestly want things to be better for you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, Eve. I know Sheridan. She is not going to abandon Antonio when he needs her the most.
That is where I think you're wrong. Sheridan and Luis have been desperately looking for a way to let Antonio down easily, and now he's just handed it to them. Luis is out on the terrace right now, convincing Sheridan to accept Antonio's offer. And when she does, Liz, he is going to need someone so badly. And that someone should be you. That man that you love.
It's not the same, Eve. Antonio may hold me and I may hold him, but it will only be as friends. I'm never going to be the love of Antonio's life. Do you have any idea what emptiness comes with that, Eve? No. I suppose you don't. I missed out on being the love of his life, and it is all your fault.
You know, Liz, I understand the hurt. For what I did to you, leaving you alone. What I do not understand is the anger. Why you can be so enraged after so many years. Why? Oh, I mean, what's the worst that could have happened? You had more tension in the house with Mom after I left. How bad could that have been?
Don't you play dumb with me, Eve. You know exactly what happened after you left. You condemned me to a life of living hell.
Sheridan, you aren't being cruel to Antonio. You're just taking him up on his offer, that's all, okay?
How can I abandon your brother when he's dying?
Look, you'll still be there for him. We both will be. You just won't have the pressure of being his fiancé.
But Antonio is losing his life. To lose me along with it, I mean, how cruel is that?
All right, well, if you want to be with me, then you have to accept his out. Sheridan, otherwise you're going to have to live with him until he dies. I don't want my brother to die. Sheridan, you know I love my brother, but if you share his bed with him, and just for one night, you know what that's going to do to us. I love you. I love you with all my heart. If you live with Antonio, it's going to destroy everything we have. Is that what you want?
remember Dad doing this when I was growing up. Only he'd never wring the cloth out enough, so I'd end up soaked. Sorry, Dad, but Mom's way better at this than you were.
Well, I just had more practice, that's all.
This reminds me of when I was sick once as a kid. Sicker than I am now. I asked Dad about my mom. She'd come and take care of me. Remember, Dad?
Yeah, I remember.
So that night I was sleeping and I had this dream of someone holding a cloth on my head, like you are now. I tried to wake up to see who it was, but I couldn't. Only it didn't matter because I knew it was you there, helping me, Mom. That was the happiest dream I've ever had. Now it's come true.
Look, I don't know what you're getting at, Ivy, but Grace and I will work things out.
What are you talking about?
You didn't know that Grace and I had words earlier?
No, I didn't. I'm sorry. Are you upset? Is there anything I can do?
No, look, I don't want to talk about it right now. But what did you mean when you said you knew what had happened?
I meant that I knew that Ethan came here to talk to you about trying to decide between Gwen and Teresa.
Oh, that.
Oh, Sam, I can't tell you how happy I am that Ethan came to talk to you. I always wanted you to be in his life as his father. I mean, please, Julian was completely useless as a role model.
Look, I'm sorry I jumped to conclusions. I was real happy that Ethan came to talk to me, you know, and I think he's going to choose to be with Gwen and the baby.
Sam, we're going to be grandparents. oh, isn't it wonderful?
Yes, it is.
I would give anything for your homecoming to have been one of just pure joy. Instead, your health is failing. I feel like we're losing you all over again. And the thought of that, oh, God, it just breaks my heart. But, you know, I would not trade all this time that we've shared together since you've been home for anything in the world.
I wouldn't either.
I gave you life, son. And I want to be there when it ends.
I want that too, Mom.
You really don't understand what happened to me after you left. Did you really block it out? Or did you start to believe the story about your past that you made up, the one that you so TC and the rest of Harmony? That you had a perfect family, a proper upbringing. You never did drugs, you never drank, and you never slept around. Did you really start to believe that, Eve? Because we both know better, right? Please, Liz. That TC could be back at any minute. Did you really just wipe it out completely? Or did the drugs and the booze make you forget? Oh, I knew that it wasn't perfect, but don't you ever do that again.
I don't know what to do, but I know that I can't abandon Antonio.
Well, you're not abandoning him as a friend, just as the woman he thinks is his fiancée. Look, Sheridan, if you don't accept his offer, you're going to be abandoning us.
Please don't put me in this position.
What position? Look, Sheridan, my family will still be there for him. And Liz and... Come on, we'll be there too.
But it's not the same.
Sheridan, why do you always feel like this has to fall upon your shoulders?
You just don't understand.
But I understand that Antonio has put us in a position where we could end the lives without him being hurt. Come on, Sheridan, just take the out. Take the out.
Never had Ethan this time, Mother. His heart was always with Teresa. Well, you must have had a pretty important part of him, or you wouldn't be pregnant.
You can be so crass.
And you can be so short-sighted. Gwen, don't let him get away. Marry him. And he will come to love you so much more than he could ever love her.
I am not going to accept Ethan's proposal just to get revenge on Teresa.
Fine. Then forget about her. Gwen, this is about you. You want Ethan. Please do not let him just get away. Especially after you swore that you would never say no if he asked you to marry him again. Gwen, look. We left her minutes ago, and she's already getting Ethan to propose to her.
This isn't the 1950s, Ethan. Gwen will not be looked down on if you don't marry her. She's not going to be broke. She won't be living in some tar paper shack raising the baby. She's going to be living in a penthouse in Manhattan with servants and nannies. The baby will want for nothing.
Except for me, its father.
And you will visit as often as you'd like.
It's not the same, and you know it.
Ethan, I know that you love me. That I am the woman that you should marry, and deep down in your heart of hearts, you know it too. Ask me to be your wife, Ethan. Propose to me now.
So anyway, the next morning I told Dad about my dream.
I told him that his mother had come back as an angel to help him.
David, that's so sweet.
When I was older, I realized Dad had made it up. But for that one moment in my dream, I felt so connected to the mother I'd never known. That night felt just like this. With your love all around me, Mom. So much love.
I do love you, John. And I know that somewhere deep in my subconscious, I always have.
It may have been a dream, but some way, somehow, I think you actually did come to me that night. Wherever you actually were, part of you was there with me. Taking care of me, making me feel better. Like you are now.
I can't tell Antonio that I'm going to abandon him.
And I can't let you stay with my brother. Sheridan, I can't let you sacrifice our love out of some sense of guilt or some misguided sense of duty. Sheridan, this is what we've been hoping for. Just take me out. Don't destroy our one chance to be happy together.
We have to get back in there. I should give Antonio my answer.
Hey, ladies. Sorry that it took me so long, but I had to make the coffee myself. And just finding it was a challenge. I mean, Crane's kitchen is bigger than our whole damn house.
Well, I'm sure it'll be worth the wait.
Well, sweetheart, you may have to wait because I just saw Sheridan on her way to the living room. I think she's going to give Antonio a decision.
Yeah, then we better go in.
Don't you ever tell me I can't do something again. I'm calling the shots now, sis. And don't you think that I won't get my revenge. Because I will. But I'll do it slowly so I can enjoy every minute of your pain.
Teresa,
Yes, Ethan.
I know tonight has been very hard on you.
Hard And Teresa, what about Gwen?
Mother, be quiet.
Gwen, Rebecca, I know this situation has been difficult for everybody, for all of us. I'm just trying to do the right thing here, and it's not easy choosing between the two women that I love. There, I said it. Teresa, Gwen, I love both of you. See, the thing is, I just didn't know what to do about it. So I talked to Sam. Both before and after I found out Gwen was pregnant. And I asked him what he would have done if he would have known Ivy was pregnant with me before eventually marrying Grace. And my dad told me that he would have married Ivy. Teresa, you've made some very strong and good points about why we should be together. But the bottom line is Gwen is carrying my child. And I need to do right by her and my child.
But Ethan, is that the only reason you want to marry me?
No. Gwen, I love you. This baby is a huge deal to me. Teresa, I'm sorry. You don't have to stay here for this. I know this is tearing you up.
No, don't do this, Ethan. Don't deny us a future together.
Teresa.
Remember our vision, Ethan, in the night of the green fog? How horrible was it that we weren't together, Ethan? Do not let that happen.
I have to do the right thing. I want to do the right thing. Gwen, I hope you came back here because you changed your mind. Will you be my wife?
You know, I always dreamed we'd celebrate our first grandchild as husband and wife.
Ivy.
I know. No, I know. But at least you're still in my life. And we can celebrate this joy together as friends.
Definitely.
Sam, I can't tell you how happy I am. You know I love and respect you. But this grandchild, it means another bond between us. And that means to me that the future just isn't as bleak as I thought it was going to be. I think that this baby, this grandchild, will be a fresh start for me.
How so?
Well, I can be completely honest with him. Or her. I can make up for all of the unspeakable mistakes I made. Lying to Ethan and lying to you. I think this baby will be a fresh start for me. A way to make up for hurting you and hurting Ethan. The two men I love most in the world.
Well, I am glad I could make you feel better, like I did in your dream.
Me too. Of course, later on I realized Dad had put the cloth on me that night. But I still feel like I somehow connected with you in my dream. It's the same connection I'm feeling now, when you're actually here.
Yeah, I'm here.
And you're never gonna leave us, are you, Mom?
No, John. I'm never going to leave you. I am here with your father. And it's going to be the three of us together from now on.
Stick a fork in yourself, Bevy. You are done for. Sheridan is going to accept Antonio's offer. They'll just be friends, blah, blah, blah. And then Sheridan and Louise are going to jumpstart their love connection.
Oh, you don't get it, do you?
Well, I haven't for a while. Not that I don't think about it from time to time. I mean, there was this one gentleman caller, Pablo. Oh.
I understood it. I meant I won't let Sheridan have Louise, okay? No matter what I have to do. Even if it means making a deal with the devil. Louise will be mine.
Sometimes you scare me, Bethy. It's the look in the eyes. Chills me right down to my soul.
Sheridan?
Yes. Antonio, I'm here. I thought long and hard about your offer. And I've come to a decision.
So, Gwen, will you marry me?
Say yes, Gwen. Don't blow your chance to have Ethan this time.
Ethan, I love you. With all of my heart. And yes, I will marry you.